Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This bill came out as a result of two things. First, a press article down in the New Hanover County area where I am the senator from. And then second, we brought it up in Justice and Public Safety. And I'd like to tell the committee members the article that came out in the press. I'll read briefly from it. Department of Corrections paid out $8 million in 2011 alone for 381 employees and former employees who were hurt while on the clock. Of the 40, only 46 of those employees were injured by offenders they were policing. Many other, the 335 people, suffered more mundane injuries such as slip and fall, strained backs, and the like that had little or nothing to do with the offenders they were supervising. Nonetheless, these employees are still off the job, drawing full pay and accruing benefits thank you, for the first 2 years, and then 2/3 of the salary indefinitely, all on the taxpayer dime. What this legislation does is it simply says that if you are a law enforcement officer injured in the line of duty, it actually has to be, and we tried to come up with the best language we could, the injury has to be due to extreme activity which occurred in the course and scope of his or her official duties. Right now, if you are injured on the line, if you're injured while a law enforcement officer, a DOC officer, the worst case I heard of was someone slipping and falling in the parking lot, and they qualified for the benefits that we have set up for law enforcement officers shot, stabbed, injured in the line of duty. You have already, as a law enforcement officer, the ability to get workers' compensation if you have an occupational disease, if you slip and fall, those kind of things. This program, I think, was originally set up by the General Assembly to protect law enforcement officers who are injured while protecting us in the line of duty, not somebody who slips and falls on the job. It appears that it has been rife for being overused. There is nothing under the law right now that keeps anyone from being hurt while in that capacity from applying for this, and it cost us a great deal of money. According to this press article, $8 million alone last year. Most of those people were not injured in the line of duty. What this does is, as best we have been able to do, is defines it to extreme activity, which means you're chasing a suspect, you fall and break your shoulder, definitely you qualify for it. And these are good benefits. In other words, what they provide is they literally give you your full pay for the first 2 years and then 2/3 of the pay indefinitely if you're injured in the line of duty. That's really good. And I expect that to be in the line of duty, not falling in a parking lot. And that's what we're trying to correct here. Like I said, this came out of the Justice and Public Safety Committee, the joint committee that I chair, along with Representative Randleman and Bowles, and we'd appreciate your support of the bill. I'll be happy to try to answer any questions, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator. Questions for Senator Goolsby? All right. Yes, sir. Senator McKissick.
I'm just curious, is this term extreme activity kind of a term of art that's inclusive of certain types of injuries, or how do you make the determination that it's extreme activity?
I've spoken with the staff who helped draw this up, and that was what we found to be the best legal terminology that we could find in order to represent that. And again, anyone who's injured otherwise than extreme activity, I mean, that's what we created this originally for, as I understand it, and it makes sense. When you set up something like this, it's for officers injured or incapacitated as a result of their actions in the line of duty. We have workers' comp already for people that are injured in non-extreme activity. You know, if you're in a car wreck when you're not pursuing a suspect, you have workers' compensation for that, okay? If you're injured while chasing someone in extreme activity, somebody's robbed a bank and you're going after them and you get T-boned, absolutely, that would qualify. But otherwise, if you're just out patrolling, you know, and you end up wrecking your own car, no. So we have worked with legal counsel, the staff, in drafting this, and that is what we've come up with, and I have been told that is what qualifies under our law, and it would define that as we wish it to be defined.
Follow up.
So is that term extreme activity ever defined anywhere? Because it seems a bit nebulous and a bit ambiguous. This is not really a term of art. I mean, I understand what you're going with this. I'm just trying to help you get there if you're talking about defining it in a way that avoids potential problems. That's all.
I can see staff furiously turning through the general statutes. As I understand from the attorney who's not here who helped draw that up, that was what he found under our law to be the best way for us to handle it.
And
Again, it is nebulous at this point and has been apparently very misused and has cost the state millions of dollars every year for folks who weren't injured in the line of duty, I would argue. And what we try to do here is define it as best we can with words, as we lawyers do, to deal with that issue.
Last one, have we vetted this issue with those that are public employees to see what their thoughts are about this?
We talked about this in JPS, in my committee, on a couple of occasions with everyone present. And, of course, if there's anybody here to speak, I know the chairman would allow them to do that.
Thank you.
Senator East, do you have any comments on this?
It seems reasonable to me. I agree with Bill.
Since you're the one here that has retired from this industry and your public service is noted, Senator McKissick, quick question for you. Do you own a cat? Because I'm worried about your curiosity. I just wanted to worry about the cat's safety.
Actually, I have several cats.
Okay, well, I am worried about their safety. Senator Goolsby.
Yeah, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
Senator McKissick, my staff just reminded me that word extreme activity did come from some case law where an officer was injured, I believe, in Charlotte, and they described it as extreme activity. That's where our legal counsel found that wording. And I think staff may also, Ms. Goldsmith may also have a...
Court.
Senator McKissick, that phrase is used already in the statutes related to law enforcement officers' Death Benefits Act as describing when somebody's killed in the line of duty. So I don't know if there's case law specifically on that phrase, but it is a phrase that's been in place in the statutes for a while in a different context.
Very good. That's what I was trying to...
Thank you. Okay, very good.
Thank you.
Senator Davis.
At the appropriate time, I'd like to move to the report.
Thank you, Senator. Any other questions from the committee? Do we have anyone in the audience who would like to speak to this bill? I think everybody's here for the next one. Okay, I have a motion by Senator Davis, unfavorable to the original bill, favorable to the PCS. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed say no. It passes. Thank you.